In this video, we will take a look at how we can add the side menu and tabs inside the Ionic blank template. To get started, we can create the new project with the Ionic blank template. So we can type Ionic start, then the name of the app. I will use my app dash blank and then the template name, which is blank. So now I press enter. So this will create our project and then it will install the dependencies for our project. So this will take some time, so I will be back when it finishes. Now that our project is created, so we can change the directory to our newly created project. And then we can open the project inside the code editor, which in my case is VS Code. And I am using the insiders field of VS Code, so we can open the project by typing code insiders then dot. So this will open our project inside of VS Code. So we can first start by opening the new terminal window and then we can run the project by typing Ionic serve. Now this will build our project for the first time and then it will open it inside the browser. So this is how the Ionic project with the blank template looks like. So if we open the developer console and then click on this toggle device toolbar window and maybe let's select Pixel 2 XL maybe. So this is how it will look inside of Pixel 2. So nothing fancy here. So let's see how we can first add tabs inside of the blank template. So let's open the new terminal window. So we will click this plus icon here and we have to create some pages. So we will create one page for the tabs, Ionic, generate page, tabs. So this will be the page responsible for showing the tabs. And after that we will add some more pages, one for tab 1. Then tab 2, and the last one for tab 3. So now we can close our terminal window and then we can go to app routing module.ts, and in here we can see for our route path we are redirecting to the home page. And in return, home page opens this home page module. And then what we can do is we don't need that home. We actually want to open tabs. So we will actually comment this code. All right. And then instead of tabs, we want to keep it empty because we want to open the tabs in our root page. And we don't need that tab 1, 2 and 3 routes inside of app routing module. We will be adding it inside of the tabs module. So we can comment this out also. So now we can save it actually. And then we can go to our tabs module.ts and in here we can add the new paths. So first we can start with the tabs. So this will be the main page / tabs route, and then we can add the children here, and in here we can add path. So this should be children, I forgot the L, and for the path we will say tab 1, and then here we can say children. And here we can specify path equal to empty. So this path will correspond to tab / tab 1. And in here we can add load children because we want to lazily load tab 1 module. So here we can specify the path to our tab 1 module. So we can actually expand this. And currently we are inside our tabs module. So we have to go one step up. So we can type dot then /. And here we can specify our tab 1 and then we will go to tab 1 dot module, and then after the hash we have to add the tab 1 module class name. So we will copy that and then we can paste it here. All right. And similarly we can specify the paths for tab 2 and tab 3. So we can actually copy this code, and in here instead of 2, in all these places we have to specify 2 instead of 1, and here 3 instead of 1. So we have specified paths for our tab 1, 2 and 3. And for the last step we have to add, for our root path we want to redirect to tabs / tab 1, and we want to match the exact path, so we will say path match equal to full. Alright, so this is what we have to add to our tabs module.ts file. And now we can go to our tabs page.html, and here we don't need that header, toolbar and the content. We actually have to specify I tabs. So this is snippets by Ionic for snippets plugin, so we can use that. So this will actually add all this boilerplate we require to add these tabs. So here we have specified iron tab bar slot equal to bottom, so the tabs will show at the bottom of the screen. And here we are specifying iron tab button, and in here tab equal to tab 1, so this corresponds to that path here. So similarly on all these different iron tab buttons we have tab 2 and tab 3, which specifies this tab 2 and tab 3. And after that we have this iron icon, we have specified the name for the icon, and then we have that label that will show for each tab. So this is tab 1, tab 2 and tab 3. Alright, so now we can save that. And now if we take a look at inside of the browser, we can see currently we are on tab 1, and in here at the top we can see tab 1, and if we go to tab 2, so we are seeing tab 2 at the top of the screen, and then tab 3. So currently the content is empty, so let's add some content here. So inside of our editor we can go to tab 1 page.html. So here we can add, this says tab 1 content. Okay, so we can actually copy that. Maybe let's add tab 2 content, and then we have that tab 3 content. Okay, so here you can see we are on the tab 3, so we are getting this this is tab 3 content. So if you go to tab 2 we are getting that tab 2 content, and then tab 1 content. So this is how we can add the tabs inside of the blank template. So now let's see how we can add a side menu also. So for the side menu, let's first close all these tabs, and maybe let's minimize or collapse all the open directories. And now we can go to source, app, and then we can go to app component.html, and in here instead of iron router outlet we can actually comment this out. We can use iron split pane snippet by Ionic for snippets plugin. So we can actually press that. So as we have only one menu, so we don't need to add menu ID for that. For the side we will add start here because we want to show it on the left of the screen, and then we have this overlay, and for the title we can say maybe my app, and for the content maybe say menu content goes here. Okay, and similarly we are adding this iron router outlet before iron split pane tag ends. So now if we take a look at inside of the browser, we can see the split pane is working for the menu. So as currently we are on the desktop screen, we are seeing that the split pane. On the left side we can see our menu, and on the right side we can see our content. So our tabs are still working the way it should. So we can open the developer console here, and now if we slide from left to right, we can see our menu overlay shows up, right? So this is where we can add our menu content. But if we are on the large screen, so our menu appears side by side on the left. Okay, but now if you see, we have to slide from left to right for the menu to appear. We can actually add that hamburger menu icon at the top left or top right or anywhere in our application. So let's see how we can add the hamburger menu, so that when we click on that hamburger menu icon, so this will open the menu for us. So we have to add the icon in each and every file of our application. So let's start with tab 1. So if we go here and before the Ion title component, we can add Ion menu button snippet. So this is also provided by Ionic 4 snippets plugin. So we want to show the button at the start, and then we have that Ion menu button component. So we don't need to pass a menu ID here because we currently only have one menu, so this will just work. So we can save that. And now on the top left, we can see we have that hamburger menu icon. So if we click on that, so this will open the menu for us. But if we open tab 2 and tab 3, we don't currently have that icon here. So let's add it there also. So we can copy the exact code here, and then we can open tab 2 page.html. So we can paste it here, and similarly tab 3 page.html. Okay. And now we can see the hamburger menu icon appears on tab 2, tab 3 and tab 1. Alright, so if we close that, that icon won't appear, and then the menu appears on the left side of the screen. And now actually let's try to add some menu icons or menu list on the left side of our menu. So we will first go to app routing module.ts, and let's uncomment this homepage route. So we will keep it to the bottom. So I will save it. So we have that home route also, and now let's close it. So inside of our app component, we can add a list. So we can type I list. So the snippet is provided by Ionic 4 snippets plugin. So we can press enter here, and then here we can add maybe tabs, and then here we can add home, and then for each item we can add the router link. So we will add Ion router link, and for the path we will say tabs here. We can actually remove this, and now maybe let's copy that and maybe paste it here. For the second route, for the home, we will use /home. Okay, so now we can save it. So currently we are on the tabs route. So if we click on home, we can see our home page shows up. So if we click on tabs, you can see our same tab 1, tab 2 and tab 3 interface shows up. So this is how we can add the side menu and the tabs inside of Ionic 4 blank template.